Hello, my wonderful people on YouTube. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name is Edward Amwakon, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you on how to design a very simple and beautiful flyer for a makeup salon like what you see on your screen. Very simple one that I did for a client that I decided to share with you. All right, so for you to have pictures of what I use for my design, don't worry, I got you. So just go to the description, click on the link over there, and it will take you to my Google Drive, or where you have access to have the beauty hub. Okay, or you can just go to Google and then you search for the pictures makeups, and then you get so many pictures like this. So I went through and I got them, so you can also get some of the pictures and background from Google as well. All right, so without wasting my time, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so you welcome to Photoshop. So what I'm using for today's tutorial is Photoshop 2019, okay, CC 2019. Okay, so when you open your Photoshop, this is what you see for the first time. These are samples of designs that I've done recently. Very soon I'll be sharing some of them with you on this platform. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to open or create our new document. Okay, so you come to file and then you go to new, or you use create new here, this one. All right, so any of them is correct, so let's use create new. When you click on it, this is what is going to come up. You're going to see a new document which says let's start something new. So let's create new. I have the measurement over here, but I'll go on to name this. So let's name this as maybe a beauty hub. Okay, a beauty hub design. Okay, all right, then you set your unit to pixels. Make sure you select pixels, and then you set the width to 1080 because this is for social media. The height is also 1080, the resolution 300. Any other thing is correct. Now the reason why I selected the 1080 is because we want to use it on our DP or maybe Instagram, okay, to just showcase or sell our products out there, to tell people that we do makeups and then wigs as well. So when you are done with any other measurement, you are correct, you click create, and then when you create, it's going to take you to Photoshop. Okay, now if you are new here and you don't have your rulers, you just have to press Ctrl R and your rulers are going to come up. Because I have them already and I press Ctrl R, it's gone. So let me press Ctrl R so that my rulers will come. So these are my rulers. Okay, just right click on the calibrations over here, or then set it to percentage. Any other way you want to work it out, but I want to work it in percentage. So I'll set my rulers something like this is okay for me. I'll set my rulers like this. All right, make sure that you set them correctly. You set my rulers here correctly, everything on point, and then let me bring this one here. Okay, or even the down one, I will leave it like that. Okay, now when my rulers are set ready, I have to create my background. Okay, so over here my background, I use solid color. All right, so I'll come to my layer panel down here. Okay, my layer panel down here. Over here you just have to click on the layer adjustment or the round. You click on it, these options are going to come, then you go in for gradient. Now I have set my gradient already. Okay, so here is it. So if you want to use the same color code, just let me double click it and then you set in the color code 360350. all right, so you just have to copy and then paste on it. All right, then let's go to the other 124A1661. so you pick the color code. All right, then you are good to go. All right, so if you set it, we are going to leave it to 90, leave it to linear. Any other thing over here is correct, then you click on OK. Now when we are done, we just bring in our pictures to set in our background. So let's go to our resources and then go in for the images. Now I have so many images here, but I'm not going to use all of them. I'm going to use some. All right, so the first image that I'll bring is this beautiful white lady here. I'll just drag it, bring it on Photoshop. Okay, let's allow it to load. All right, so when it is set like this, what you will do is that you have to adjust it well to this corner. I think, let me bring it somewhere here like this. I think this is beautiful. This is okay for me. Then I'm going to my blending mode here. Okay, my blending mode, still on the layer. Go to my blending mode where I see the normal here. Let me click on the drop down arrow there and then set it to my multiply. Okay, now when you set it to multiply, I'm going to reduce the opacity. Go straight forward to the opacity and set it to 80. Okay, 80 is okay for me. And then I will rasterize this same image. I'll rasterize it so that I'll be able to edit it. And then go in for my brush tool. The brush tool is this one, which is the eraser tool. Okay, now with a beautiful lady, brush this one out. Something like this is beautiful. Okay, right, good. So my background is set. Okay, my background is set. I think I like what I'm seeing. All right, so when everything is set, you can just group the background, select, press Ctrl, and then you select this gradient color or gradient fill as well. Then you press Ctrl J to group it, and then you can name this as background. You can name this as background or backgrounds. Okay, now the next thing that we do is to bring in our text and any other thing. All right, okay, so before we bring in our text, let's draw in our shapes so that we can input in our images. Okay, so you come to your shape tool here on your left side where you have your screen, and then go in for your shape tool, and the shape that we are going to use is ellipse. Okay, and then you change the fill color. As soon as you select the ellipse, you change the fill color here to white. Okay, no, we don't need any stroke. Then we start to draw. You press shift so that I will get the same size of the shape that I want. Okay, so go in for my move tool and then try to position them well. Yes, this is okay. All right, good. Okay, so once you have this, I think you are good to go. All that we need to do is to bring in our images. Okay, so the first image that we are going to bring in is let's check our design, is this one. Okay, this lady doing this the makeups. I mean, you can use any of the images. Okay, it's not compulsory that you need to design the same thing. It depends. You can even have more than 3 ellipse. All right, so I will go in for this one. I want to design the same thing. Bring in, reduce the size, make sure I position it. Now before you bring in your image, make sure it is on top of the ellipse that you want to clip mask it. So you go to the image, you right click it, go in for create clip mask so that it is in there. Let's try to adjust it small. I think this is okay. Come here as well, go to our resources. You can bring in any of the images. Okay, any of the images, but let's bring this beautiful lady here. All right, then reduce it. All right, let's create, right click it on the layer side. All right, create clipping mask, let's reduce it. Okay, I think this is beautiful. Come to the next one. This one we want it to be the nails. Okay, you can even pick this one as well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's reduce it small, bring it here, then create our clip mask. Let's reduce the size so that it can fit in. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so when we have our images set like this, I think it is left with our name. Now with this, we can lock our background. So come to the lock on your layer panel here, lock it, and then I want us to lock these images that we brought. Okay, select everything, the ellipse together with the image, and then group it. I mean, grouping of them, then we can say images. Okay, we can name them images. We are doing all this because it helps us to, um, not get a lot of, a lot of things in our layer panel. Okay, so when we are done, just go in for text tool. All right, now the font that we are going to use is Poppins. Okay, all right, so you can see that we use Poppins. Okay, now with the Poppins, I'll go in for the let me say the extra bold manicure, and then let me make it 3. Okay, and then the next one is Peps Beauty Hub, which is the, let me use the to our Snapchat. Don't worry, let's pick the paint bucket tool, and then the color, let's bring in, yes, we are going to pick this color. Okay, make sure that you pick the color, that is the color that we use for the font. All right, then you paint this particular yellow. Okay, you just click in there and it is gone. Okay, now when you are done like that, you pick your move tool and then you close the thumbnail. It says save changes. Yes, save changes. Make sure it is on base standard. It will tell you to save it, and it is here. You have saved it. You position it well. Okay, make sure that it is in the same line with what we brought. I think we have done justice to it. So what we will do next is for us to make sure that our everything is aligned. So I've selected my all the social media handles, and then I'll align them here. Pick this one, not this. If you pick this is how it will be. So make sure that you pick the middle one. Okay, this one, so that they will all be in line. I think this is beautiful. I love what I'm seeing. Let me shift this here a little bit. Okay, yes, I like this. All right, then Control O, so that you have a full view of this. I mean, this is absolutely simple and beautiful. Okay, so when you have everything set, I want us to apply some brightening to this. Okay, so what we will do is to come to our layer side, where adjustment layer. Okay,